Hey guys, it's Matt the Woodshed Barber, and welcome to episode 6 of the SOB Podcast.
This is the Barber Shop, Cornerstone Neighborhood.
So guys, welcome back to the Son of a Barber Podcast. This is just me talking about some barber news, stuff going on. I just did get back from the Klutch Barber Expo in Owensboro. Very, very cool to do this. I've talked about this before. I'm an old head. The last barber show I went to, I think it was like December or January of either 2002, 2003, something like that. It was a long time ago. And this is my first time getting back out there and getting in the social aspect of what this is. And it was a lot of fun, man. It was really cool. Those of us, I know probably all of us, have followed Sean Cutt's hair for a long time. Ever since I think I started following back whenever he had the red and green and black striped wall shop. That's probably about the time I started following him. Just been cool seeing his journey doing this. I mean, he's a super nice dude. You can tell he really cares about the business, cares about what he does. So woke up Sunday morning, drove the 2.5 hours drive it is to go up there to Owensboro from here in Nashville. And man, it was a nice drive. It was a nice day. Just pretty much just open country, not a whole lot of city to go through. But got there, super nice convention center, by the way, in Owensboro. I've never been to Owensboro, so this is my first time being there. And it's a nice convention center. And I just saw barbers, trickling in. And I was like, okay, this is going to be cool. Go in, super easy check-in, get my tag, get my lanyard, start seeing faces I recognize. I see Sean. I see different guys from his shop, and we've all seen them. Phil. So it started off with Nate. Nate motivates.
Good morning. Oh, hell no. See, that's why they make me go first.
Just a good encouragement to how to get out there, further your business, especially for these young barbers that were going to the expo. How to capitalize on social media, all that good stuff. Just motivation. He's a very motivating guy. Hence the name. But started off with that. Then we got into a taper class with Dre Clipper Hands. It was actually Dre doing the cut. Dre from Sean's shop. And it was just good, man. It was a really good class. A lot of stuff we've seen before, but it's always nice to see it in person. And granted, it's on a big screen, but you see these guys. It's what we do. We cut hair. It's very nerve-wracking to cut in front of people in a teaching scenario. I've done it in barber schools and in shops. So imagine sitting there on stage with a camera on you, knowing about maybe 1,200 people are staring at you. That's my guesstimate. I could be way off, but about 1,200 people staring at you. It went really good. Sean did a styling course as far as how to increase your business by mastering styling.
Totally flat on top. And what we can achieve with just a product. Who could tell me?
And you could tell that Sean was nervous, and rightfully so. This is a big deal, man. To imagine. I remember back whenever I worked in ministry, whenever I was a music pastor. Just the smallest things that we'd throw, and church kind of it had its own structure to it. But you get nervous. You get nervous trying a new song. Imagine throwing a whole expo where you are the guy who put it all together. And man, to his credit, Sean's a pretty humble dude, it seems like. And so he his family, his friends, his shops, everybody backed him up, and he called in these favors from these guys. And it was just a really, really good expo. I think it was a good way for me to ease my feet back in instead of just jumping right to CT. But man, it was really good. So after Sean's class, we had Beam. Got to see Beam do his magic on stage. And man, let me just tell you, he doesn't exaggerate with those videos, man. Whenever he gets in his zone, he is dialed in. It was so cool to see him work his magic live. And I dare anybody to show anybody better at edge ups than him. Perfection. I'd say, and as far as perfection in that category, it's probably between him and S-Craft Blends. Those two, their precision is just amazing to watch and amazing to see. Got to talk to them too. Got to talk to Beam, got to talk to Sean a little bit. I'm not a big picture taker. I've just never have been. I'm not going to be like, hey, man, take a picture with me. It's like, no, man, let me just talk to you for a second. But got to meet both of them. Super nice dudes. Same thing with Dre. Same thing with CJ. And so starting with CJ was the last class. And he kind of went through the DFS cutting method. And, being somebody who definitely learned an older school version of barbering, it was cool to see how some of these newer cutting methods are doing what they do. It's traveling guides are great and all, but having a stationary guide like what DFS teaches, having to set up your baseline, it's honestly it's not too different from setting up a baseline with a bald fade, but it's you're continuing it with shears instead, and then you're creating a stationary guide. It was a really cool class. One of the this is just surreal for me, man. I don't know if this comes across on camera. You never know how you're perceived. But I'm not a big ego guy. That's just not who I am. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to this. And it may be possible that nobody recognizes me. But, dude, some of you guys came up to me, man. That was the coolest experience. Knowing that this right here is reaching people and it matters to you guys. Really cool. Really cool. I'd say probably a couple dozen of you guys came up to me. That was surreal, man. That was surreal. But so after the classes let out, a little bit of a break, and then the expo floor opened up. And it didn't have a whole lot of vendors. 245 was there. Klutch was there. They had a little bit of a booth with the illusion capes. You had fresh shears. You had Fort Worth Barber Supply. Got to meet Eddie or Edward. I don't know what you prefer, bro. Either Ed, Eddie, Edward. I'll call you whichever you want. I'll call you E if you want. But got to meet him. Really cool dude. Some people from Uplift. It's a all-natural product company. Got to meet a shear sharpener. I mean, just different people throughout the industry. Really cool atmosphere, man. The stage was dope. I mean, I forget how many chairs it was. I've been counting them in the video. But it was maybe 12 chairs. Special capes for the expo. I was like, man, please tell me y'all are giving those away. They didn't. But it was just really cool. I do think it was worth getting the VIP pass that I purchased because you do get a bag with that. And it had some stuff from Babyless, some stuff from Tomb, just a lot of cool things in there. And it was a great atmosphere, man. Great atmosphere. I got to see, they had 4 major competitions. And, it was this, being a dad, being, generations into this business, I love seeing younger kids doing this. Like it just warms my heart, man. And so probably my favorite category to watch was the student haircut, the student fade competition.
Cruising. You guys have 40 minutes on the clock.
And it was man, some of these kids are good, man. Some of these kids did some really good fades. The fast fade competition was also really cool. It was just 15 minutes for that. Saw some blurry fades in no time. It was great to see, man. The freestyle thing is not really my thing, so that's cool. I believe the other one was modern contemporary or traditional contemporary, something like that. It was, a lot of pompadours, drop fades, top stuff. But yeah, dude, it was good. It was a great experience. Gotten some good conversations with different guys from Klutch. It was a fantastic atmosphere, man. Got to meet Sean's dad. Real nice dude. And, hella proud of his son too. So, Sean, if you are watching this, bro, I know your dad probably tells you all the time he's proud of you, but he also tells everybody else he's proud of you too. So that's really cool. But yeah, great experience. Drove back that night. I mean, it was a long day, man. Long day. I've got this issue, and maybe you other barbers have this too. so many years of being on our feet, if I sit down for too long, I can't hardly stand it. So I hope I didn't get on anybody's nerves, but man, because I mean, I'm a tall dude, I'm 6'3", so whenever I stand up in a crowd, like I get in people's way. But I kept on having issues during the classes. Like I couldn't just sit down, so I'd get up and walk to the back and just stand in the back and watch, because big screen, you could see everything. And just kind of paced a little bit. You know, I'm not used to sitting down for that long. But man, it was just a great experience. I'm sure there's probably going to be a Klutch Expo year 2. But it was really cool to see, man. He had a great staff, and it seemed like it went off without a hitch. So congratulations, Sean. Great expo, man. Appreciate you doing it. And nice to bring some regional love. You know, this was probably the weirdest part for me. So I grew up in Sparta / Cookeville, Tennessee. And there's a barber school there, Mr. Wayne's. That's where I went to school. And there's a couple shops there that have, you know, kind of made a name for themselves a little bit. You know, I think Tad / Cuts, something like that. Vic cut them up. Different dudes that I've seen in Cookeville, you know, since I've left there, that have kind of risen up. And they had a whole crew with them there. And so Cookeville, Tennessee was representing. That was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool. But, so yeah, that was the Klutch Barber Expo. Fun times. I hope you guys get a chance to go next year. Here soon, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. This is not the video I want you to be commenting on for it. I'm going to be coming out with that here soon. But the giveaway is going to be on the all whiteout TPOB play. Now, love him or hate him, you know, pick your poison. Dude is a little bit of a shit stick. He likes to stir up some stuff. But I think these are still underloved. As great as they are, I think that they're underappreciated. So I dubbed the play the Clipper of the Year in 2024. Whether it keeps that title or not, we'll have to see. But this is a great tool, and this is the all white edition, or as I'm going to call it, the Kilo edition. Let that sit with you. But to me, this tool is the quietest clipper in the industry. It's an all-around great tool. The only thing it does not do the best is remove thick bulk. And it does it good. It just doesn't do it the best. Like, honestly, if you have this and a tool kind of adjacent to the XO or X or X Deluxe from TPOB, or like the Babyless lineup, this and one other clipper is really all you need. Because this thing can cover all the finesse, all the fading you need, and a lot of this clipper over comb, and some bulk. I mean, it's a great all-around tool. So, giveaway on it coming out soon. Whenever that does come out, it'll be a very obvious video that this is the giveaway. And what you're going to be doing is writing the reason you think you should be getting it, and down below, putting in hashtag playtime. That's it. You do that, subscribe to my YouTube, subscribe to my Instagram, and you'll be entered to win. I'll announce the date on the actual video, but whenever we do that, that's the video that you comment on. But guys, I don't have a whole lot to talk about tonight. Honestly, my voice is a little tired. I'm a little under the weather. So this other cold front has come back through. Man, that's the thing about Tennessee, man. Growing up here my whole life, it really is. Like, people move here like they have in the past few years a lot. And they're like, man, what's the weather usually like there? And it's like, man, get usual out of your vocabulary. Like, there's no usual weather here. And I always just tell them, like, look, it's whenever you think it's spring, it's not. And it'll snow at some point in March. It just will. And sure enough, this morning, Franklin, Tennessee, it was sleeting. So, hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please click that like button, subscribe, share this with your barber friends. Let's get this community growing. Let's keep those comments humble and kind. And as always, I'll check you guys in the next one.